countries are also expected to have discussions of areas of business interest, of investment, and these are supposed to feature at the bilateral talks expected to be held later this afternoon. And so for those of you who have joined us, this live coverage of a special welcome ceremony for the President of Gabon, who is beginning an official visit to Ghana from today till Thursday. His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema flight is expected to touch down any moment from now. You will notice from your screens that a few Gabonese residents in Ghana have arrived. They are carrying a placard, obviously welcoming their president. It's a proud moment for many of them because Ghana and Gabon share many things in common. I also want to share with you some facts you need to know about the two countries. Both countries maintain a shared commitment to Pan-African development. Ghana belongs to the Economic Community of West African States. We were colonized by the English, and so our lingua franca, apart from our local languages, is English. Gabon belongs to the Economic Community of Central African States, and they speak French. The two countries are leveraging on continental frameworks like the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFTA, which is headquartered in Accra. And of course, so you would notice that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in his exploits, in his conversations at global platforms, in his engagements with investors in Ghana, has been looking at how Ghana's improved economy can leverage on some of these platforms to attract investments. His engagement on some of these ECOWAS or AU platforms has also been speaking to many of his peers, leaders across countries on the continent about the need to leverage on such opportunities to gain what he will describe or often describes as economic sovereignty. Today, the two countries are expected to speak to a number of these issues to the benefit of their people. Ghana, as we speak, has been taking advantage of many of the investors who are showing interest in the areas of technology, in the areas of business, trade, and the conversations we understand will involve a number of ministers in these areas. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has also been keen about security and peace on the continent. For West Africa, he has been speaking to many leaders to see the need to build trust, especially in the Sahelian countries which have broken out of relationship with ECOWAS, and a lot of interventions are ongoing to bring these countries together to have one common platform under one umbrella called ECOWAS. But beyond that, His Excellency, who is expected to take over as chairman of the African Union, is looking beyond ECOWAS, is looking at Central African states, is looking at Southern African states, is looking at the African Union as one huge continental body, and how he can rally Africa and African leaders to the table to discuss issues of mutual interest, health sovereignty, economic sovereignty, looking at intra-trade between the countries within the sub-region, adding value. Of course, value addition has been the conversation among many African leaders who have realized that if they speak to these subject areas and are able to attract investments, either internally or from sister countries, to be able to add value, they can rake in more revenue, create more opportunities to the benefit of the people in their country. So the Ghana Navy parade is well formed. The Ghana Navy Regimental Band is set, waiting for the flight, the special flight, on which His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema is on, touches down for the ceremony to take place. So that's how the Jubilee Lounge of the Accra International Airport is set, waiting for the plane to touch down. While we wait for that, I want to help you to appreciate other relevant information that we need. But before that, we will play a short video, and then I'll come back to you. The President of Gabon. I was speaking to you earlier about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's visit to that country in May 2026. So, in short, was how His Excellency John Dramani Mahama arrived via Ghana, our presidential jet, which touched down May this year. He was there to participate in the high-level event which brought together heads of state and government officials for what Gabon described as its first international forum that focused on innovation and development. The two countries, if you dig the historical facts, have not had too much of trade relations because what we have realized is that His Excellency Nguema is taking advantage of his governance and his rule to see how it can build on bilateral relations between sister countries. And so this visit to Ghana is just one of a number of visits he will be making across the continent. And so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who was there a while ago, also spoke to the need for the two countries to enhance relations in terms of trade, in terms of exchange of human resource in the area of technology exchange. Don't forget that Gabon is one of the richest countries in terms of oil resources. And so this conversation will equally be having to do with exchange of ideas, sharing of interests in the area of mining, oil production, and so on. As we speak, the special flight on which His Excellency, the President of Gabon, has just touched down at the Clotaire International Airport, taxiing to a stop just at the forecourt of the Jubilee Lounge. At this stage, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and a number of Ghanaian officials who have accompanied him to the Jubilee Lounge here at the Accra International Airport will be lined up waiting to see him come out of the special flight. Once His Excellency Nguema alights, he will be received. He will be receiving a bouquet of flowers. After receiving the bouquet of flowers, he will exchange pleasantries with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Immediately after that, he will introduce him to officials from the Ghanaian side who have lined up to join the president to welcome him. We will also introduce officials from the Gabonese side who are arriving here at the Accra International Airport with the president. His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema is traveling with a high-level delegation involving ministers, senior government officials, members of the Gabonese business community. Many of them will be exploiting the opportunities after the bilateral talks. So you see His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in short, who is waving at officials who are waiting to receive His Excellency Paul Nguema, Brice Nguema from Gabon. We will walk towards the place where the plane has just taxied to a stop, and then we will see. In your shot, far away from where His Excellency John Dramani Mahama just went past, is the Chief of Staff, Dr. Julius Debra. The Minister for Foreign Affairs is also there. I've seen the Chief Protocol Ambassador Ekins Abrokwa, who is just walking towards where His Excellency is to help him receive His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema, the President of the Gabonese Republic. This morning, the inspection of the Guard of Honor has been mounted. The Guard of Honor has been mounted by the Ghana Navy, and after the anthems of the two countries are played, the President of Gabon will inspect it. And so, in your shot, he will alight any moment from now. I've seen the young chaps with the bouquet of flowers also waiting to take their turn. But you will see officials who are arriving with the Gabonese president alighting from the plane. His Excellency in his, of course, popular traditional cassock, the fugu as we call it, waiting patiently to catch a glimpse of his counterpart who he will be hosting for the next 3 days. There are a number of activities that have been planned for this visit. Immediately after the welcome ceremony, which will involve the inspection of a Guard of Honor, the Gabonese president will be chauffeured to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, where he will be led on a guided tour. After the tour, he will lay a wreath. He will retire to his hotel to freshen up. Later in the afternoon, he will be received again at the presidency by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, after which there will be a brief tete-a-tete before the two leaders will join the bilateral talks between the two countries. Ghana's side, I understand, which will be participating in the bilateral talks, involves a number of officials, including the Chief of Staff, Dr. Julius Debra, the Senior Presidential Advisor for Governmental Affairs, Dr. Valerie Sawyer, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, the Minister for Trade, Industry and Agri-Business, Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare. So it tells you that these personalities who are actually forming part of the bilateral talks should tell you what the conversations are likely to center on. The Minister for Defense, Deputy Minister for Defense, Broja Jefi Ernest, will also be part of the bilateral talks. And there in your shot, the President of Gabon, Brice Nguema, has just arrived, changing pleasantries with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. This is all what His Excellency has been waiting for. After the presentation of the bouquet of flowers, the President of Ghana will lead his counterpart to the queue where officials from Ghana and Gabon are lined up for the brief introduction of those who join the welcoming party. and then after that, this brief ceremony should be grinding to a halt before we come back your way again. So they will have their usual exchange of pleasantries and walk towards the Ghanaian officials. I will try to identify those cameras can capture on set as they approach them. But for now, they will take the anthems of the two countries. Let's listen.